Like, meth is addictive, like, full stop. Like, it doesn't matter who
Yeah.
in this chat tries it, it's going to have an addictive quality. Ice cream, on the other hand, even though we know sugar is terrible for you and we should all be limiting it, like, I can have a scoop of ice cream and it's fine. If you give it to someone who's, quote, "addicted to food," they can't even stop at a gallon. So it's not really the ice cream, it's that individual that's having an issue with the ice cream. So, like, that's kind of, like, just like a basic analogy for like the difference, right? Most people that watch porn, they're not addicted to it. They can watch it and close their laptop and go on about their life. There are some people who will watch it
watching it right now.
excessively. And right, there's probably people right now that are gooning. We have no
It's
idea.
called SimpCast. We're all watching it.
What is
gooning, Candice?
Gooning? No, gooning is it's a movement.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge movement. So
Gooning?
it's a very long definition, but if I were to condense it for you, it is a place of euphoria when a man has been edging for so long that he becomes more cock than man, and he starts to take on the energy of like the erotic penis, and he is vibrating solely out of that energy, and it's an ego death of sorts and an energy that goes straight into the gooner, which is that big cock energy.
And you can't do it unless you are wearing Birkenstocks and patchouli, it sounds like, and own a dream catcher.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
All right, one's in the chat if you're gooning.
Where are the gooners?
It seems like, yeah, gooners never say die. I've heard.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it's very odd they named that after that film.
Gooners.
I would think.
So it's just
Oh,
like a
gosh,
forever edging.
It's
Is
edging,
there
but
a
it's
female
more. It's like when
equivalent?
you pass edging and you start to basically have almost a psychedelic trip. So it's like a mini ego death.
Okay,
edging.
I just Googled it. I've never heard that before. Maintaining sexual arousal without reaching orgasm. So
Yeah,
just-
edging.
I think this is called
I've never heard that before. I have no idea what that is.
I'm gooning right now.
Like if you're well, so you transcend edging and you become a gooner.
You
But it only
become the
applies
Is there a
to
gooner
a
and a
dick.
goonie? Is there someone that keeps you gooning? Like,
No, it's if you're
stimulates
watching.
you to goon? Or do you
You can
goon
do
yourself?
it without watching anything too. It's beyond edging. Edging is like the beginner level of what gooning is.
You
It's like the novice level.
Beginner level. That's so interesting.
How did you become an expert in this field?
She took the bar.
So my background is in porn, and then one of my producers is a very vivacious young man that we shoot with in Boca Raton for the Canceled Weekly podcast, and he gives us all of like the new slang that everyone's talking about, like the 20-somethings. So he was the one that told me about gooning, and then after that, I was like, oh my god, I need to learn more because this sounds amazing. Because he read us like the 20-minute long definition of what gooning was, and I was like, that's incredible.
Oh, wow.
What's the difference between gooning and just not coming?
Okay,
You
so
know?
the way that I got it, so this is gonna sound crazy, and every time I say this, women are like, I don't want to do that, but I promise that you do. There's this way to have, and it's called an extended orgasm. This is for women, and you can orgasm for about an hour, sometimes a little bit longer. It's not like anything you've ever experienced. Like what you've experienced
for
is like
this?
this really
Who has
fast and furious thing that
for
is
an
like,
hour?
too
Like
intense.
I want in and out. Like that's it.
honestly. It's the best thing you've ever experienced in your whole
I
life.
can't even shower most days.
What?
I can't even shower. How do people have time to come for an hour?
Because it's not like you're not going past that edge, so you never get to that point where you're like, oh, don't touch me, it's too much. It's like right before that. And then when you get to this place, literally you lose sense of like your body and where you are, and you kind of become pure energy. So when he was talking about gooning, I was like, oh, that's kind of like this thing. It's really, really intense, but I highly recommend it.
It sounds
You
like
don't know what it
Kama
feels like until you
Sutra, where
experience
you
it.
like you for a long time. But gooning sounds like what, like, I don't know, a weird like puppeteer does by himself. like just not to go to his job. He just keeps edging and edging, and then he becomes a penis. That's sort of
When I
Gooning
hear
is a
gooning,
terrible
I
name,
just picture
yeah.
a guy going,
Oh, what are those? Yeah, isn't that gooning?
I'm gooning.
No, but I get what you're saying. I get gooning is a terrible name for. Wait, so
Yeah,
is
well,
there
obviously a guy
female
came up with it.
Yes, of course, the boy run media again,
Gooning.
not right. Gooning. Okay, love it. Everybody in the chat basically is like they're all gooning right now. Everyone's wrecked.
Fascinated by gooning. Hold on. There is a thank you, Filthy, for finding this. Okay. While we're on the subject, this is way more interesting than anything I had picked out for tonight's show. So gooning it is.
Gooncast.
BRB, I have to pee. Not good.
What? You're missing gooning?
Not gooning.
I think she's going to the restroom to goon. All right, so this is a gooning song.
I am not. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
She's
It
gonna
would
go
take
gooning.
much longer, apparently.
We're gonna call her Guanu Thompson. Okay. Guanu. Okay, I hate this chair. I'm gonna light it on fire. Okay, let's hear this gooning song.
2 days into gooning, and I'm 3 edges behind. All my friends, they call me Sigma, but I'm on my mewing grind. But doesn't really sit with me quite right, because they don't want to play OG Fortnite. And I accidentally edging myself in my room in the middle of the night. I wake up and I'm gooning, and I wake up to my edge.
Oh,
and I
God.
wake up and I'm mewing, but I'll be Sigma when I'm old. See, I don't like breaking streaks, but I can't control my edge. So I just joke around to keep my head down and hope I don't explode. And everybody's telling me that I'm doing so well. I try to Rizz them, honestly, I find it hard to joke. If I
So
watch the
jelking
show,
is
I
when you
watch
grab
sketch
the
and try my
shaft
best
and
to
you
try-
start stretching it in all sorts of ways. So that's jelking.
Can you explain
Is this all Gen Z lingo?
Can you explain
Yeah.
Sigma?
See, I'm young. I'm hip.
Jelking.
what?
Jelk.
Can you explain Sigma though? That's what I want to know.
Sigma is like the ultimate alpha, so it's like
Yeah.
the lone wolf, but in a way that you don't require respect from anyone else. So alphas are like beholden to the people that they lead. This is a leader that doesn't give a shit about anyone else's opinion.
Like that's how my dad was. He was more of like a Virgo though. Okay, so Sigma is like an alpha who doesn't need approval. A jelk is when you stretch
A
a
jelk
penis
is
out.
moving the shaft and stretching it.
Why would you want it stretched?
I don't know. It's the thing that the guys are doing now.
Do you
Okay.
follow Bryce Cohen?
One's in the chat if you're jelking right now.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's finish the song. I'm learning so much.
Try my best, I tell myself, I say out loud, it's fine, I'll goon until I edge.
Ugh.
I tend to forget I'm still only quite young. In a way, this gooning life has only just begun. I've got Rizz.
This is like personality.
I've got Rizz.
This looks normal.
I don't.
No.
Oopsie. That's bothersome.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what's her name? Da-na-na-na-na-na, and I need you.
Need you.
Da-na-na-na-na-na,
Oh, yeah.
And I miss you. And now I wonder if I could goon into the sky.
That makes me think of White Girls. Isn't that White Chicks or White Clothes?
As you know, I'd goon 1,000 miles if I could just goon you or myself.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. We have great
Goon.
voices. We know.
I am obsessed with gooning now. This is now Gooncast.
Gooncast.
Sounds like
now Gooncast IRL. Here's another Goon related video. Guilty, I'm putting the utmost of trust in you. I'm just straight up playing these videos without even looking at them.
yeah, that looks like a
It looks very
gooner, all
regretful.
right.
Gooning wrong. I thought it meant standing around. I said it in performance reviews. I have been using the word gooning wrong. I thought it meant standing around.
He has like almost vampire teeth.
Oh,
I
that's-
love him.
Right? He's got like fangs.
I've said it in performance reviews.
That's
I've said it in performance reviews. I was just standing around gooning. Maybe
in the
my-
office kitchen.
Yes, my place of my opportunity for improvement could be to goon less. In the snack room. Well,
That's why we have a goon room. Just go there.
Oh God, he's gonna get put on a pip.
I want you in my goon. Let's spend the night
And
together.
then together, and now into my goon, 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 goon. You can put it with anything, really. Wow.
Oh Lord.
James Chart, gooning. If your boner lasts more than 4 hours, who's got time for this? Nathan C. Wait, we want to hear Candice finish the thought. Oh, did we
What thought?
interrupt you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Nathan, that was fake news.
He's gooning. He's just
he's
trying to make
gooning.
your thought last longer.
He's like,
Yeah.
keep talking. I want to keep gooning.
I'm almost
Dave
there.
Chandler, Note to self, no references to gooning in my book. Dave Chandler again. Steph, mention gooning on TNME and see who gets it.
Send a super chat. Make Beardo read it. I really want to know if he knows what it is.
He does. I bet he does. Clark Kent, Chrissy, great SimpCast, but you're wearing socks doesn't work for. I have a thing for women wearing socks. Oh, well, I'm trying to thwart your boner, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now. I'll have to put sneakers on.
Trying
Clark.
to just quell his erection with your
Well, it.
socks.
Dave Chandler, thank you for the yellow boy. Ladies, I'm working on a book idea set in the 1950s America, following a suburban family. I'm fascinated by the Cold War politics and the similarities to today. Sound fascinating or boring? Be honest. I think, Dave, if you can add gooning into this book, you have a hit.
Then
Yes,
I'm buying it. Yeah.
Call it dancing in the goon light. Everybody's feeling woman tight. Yes, feeling woman tight. Yes. If then you may have a hit of a book.
Does
Yeah,
anyone here read erotica?
No, but I would like to.
50 Shades of
No?
Grey count because I read every one of those. But
What's a good erotica book?
Well, it depends on how dark you want to get. I just finished one and it
No
was
black
I
people.
found it to be amazing, but it's really twisted. Do you know Duncan Trussell,
Yes.
the comedian? No?
I do not know.
I do.
Keep going though. I'm taking notes.
So interesting. Well, anyways, what makes it so funny is he's like this very Zen Buddhist spiritual guy. He's also a comedian, but his wife loves erotica, and he was like spilling the tea on what she was reading. And the one book is called Does It Hurt? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. I love him. Maybe maybe his wife and I have similar tastes. And it is so dark and so violent, but so juicy. And I got it, and immediately was like, this is a 10 out of 10.
Were you gooning?
And so I was gooning the whole time reading
I
this
know.
book. I couldn't stop.
Wait,
it
what
was
do you
so
mean by
amazing. But yeah,
dark?
Does It Hurt?
Is it like
Get
is it
the Audible
violent?
book.
Is it like
How is
BDSM?
it dark?
So there's in erotica, there's dark romance, which is like the love you're not supposed to want, or like the attraction you're not supposed to want. So there tends to be elements of like physicality or blood or whatever. So this woman is like stealing identities. She's a fugitive, and she meets the wrong guy, and he's like a shark expert. And at
Like
one
someone
point, he like
Hispanic.
forces himself on her and is like drowning her at the same time. But then they fall in love. It's so good. It's so good.
I would read maybe something like that. It would make you read it because
You know what?
it's like
I don't need to read erotica because this is what you're explaining has been my life. Like I've been in relationships with the wrong people for years and years. I
Yes,
don't need to read
I know.
about
I'm
it.
like, oh my god, sounds like
But
my
it's got an
ex.
Australian
Drowning
accent, so it's even
me.
better.
You know, my nana, God rest her soul. She passed on, but she wanted to be a nun, and her husband died after, or else I wouldn't be here. But we were in Books a Million, and she said, "Keanu, could you and Rocco please?" We knew she liked to read these erotica books. Okay, so we went in there to Books a Million,
old
and we
was she?
picked out the. Well, I mean, she was quite old, and she was too embarrassed to go in. So then we went.
Ugh.
And we picked out The Very Virile Viking. We laughed and laughed, but she read it over and over again. These things, she was never going to be with anybody else because her husband died, like, I don't know, 40 years ago. But The Very Virile Viking kept her, you know.
Kept her going.
Yes.
Kept her gooning.
I'll never forget that.
My favorite erotica book is by what's his name?
Dr. Seuss.
Seuss. One
Yeah.
fish, two fish, red fish,
Red
goon
fish,
fish.
blue fish.
Did
There's-
you
you
read
don't
my
even need to
mind?
change
Yes.
it.
Did you read my fucking mind right now? How did you know that? How did you
I have-
possibly know that?
I have no idea.
How did you know I was
Literally.
going to say Dr. Seuss?
I have no idea.
This is scary, Keanu.
It's weird.
Gooning granny, someone said.
She was
That was like a
gooning.
mind meld.
That
Wow.
was weird. Yeah, what
Um,
other Dr. Seuss's are there?
Greenery. Aleister Crowley used gooning for sex magic. I'm sure he did. Nathan C. The 1 hour thing she was talking about. Okay. Got it.
Oh, the
Nathan-
1 hour orgasm.
No, we just watch erotica. We just watch erotica. Okay, instead of reading it. Dave Chandler, Goon's Day, 1957. Nathan C. Who else in the chat is gooning over shark erotica right now? Shark erotica has nothing on dolphin erotica.
Fuck the dolphins.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. That's such a woman thing to like read erotica, because I don't know. I think I would say more women don't watch as much porn as most men. So
Mhm.
You speak for yourself. I'm
I'm speaking in like generalities.
I'm teasing. No, I'm. Well, I mean, I would even call like romantic because you want to read. Sorry, I do love 50 Shades of Grey. I got right through those. Sorry, Harry Potter is less interesting to me, but 50 Shades of Grey, read right through it. I'd even call like it's not erotic, but like romance stuff. They're romance novels, or something with like you're like, oh my god, maybe in chapter 5 there might be like. We're gonna talk about
Some
sex
gooning.
now. Yes, some gooning. Yeah.
I
Now all I do is watch
read through those
TikTok,
books
but-
too. So like I read through the 50 Shades series.
Yeah.
I found it funny that like the
It is.
half price bookstores, they started to refuse 50 Shades of Grey because so many people were like taking them, like they were done reading them and they didn't want to keep them. So
Pages were stuck together.
it got to the point where they had to like refuse those books.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
Yeah, I know.
There are things I don't want to know.
And that's just me because I'm not a reader. I don't now all I can do is, right. We're all addicted to our phones, but that you can get right through one of those books
Not addicted.
for some reason.
What
I'm
about
trying
50
not to
Shades
be,
of
but
Goon. I would read that.
Yeah.
We're
50
all
Shades of
compulsed
Goon.
to our phones.
Yeah.
Go-
I would even say like Twilight. I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age, but like I never read those books. I waited for the movie, but like there's something exciting about that. That's sort of romance novel-y.
Yeah, I remember when Twilight
Yeah.
first
50
came out.
Shades
There
of
was
Grey
something
was-
like, ooh.
50 Shades
Well,
of
yeah,
Grey was Twilight
the
fan
sex
fiction.
scene after they got married was kind of spicy, right? Everyone was
Yes.
kind of up in
Yeah.
arms about that because they were still teenagers, but they were married, so then it was okay.
Well, no, not really. If Robert Pattinson has matriculated 50 times, he's actually an old man, which actually makes it creepier because he's a vampire. It probably wouldn't fly right now, but
Yeah.
and then they have a weird baby. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
CGI baby.
And the wolf guy is attracted to the weird baby.
Yeah, and then so there's
Yeah.
bestiality involved. It's
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to read Nicholas Sparks, but that's about as far as does that count? Is that erotica?
Is
Was
there
there
any
gooning?
sexy stuff in there? I mean, right.
It was like love scenes, I guess.
There,
It was like-
okay, but the Notebook. I'm sorry,
That's
and I
Nicholas
only saw the
Sparks.
movie. That yes, exactly, Nicholas Sparks. That is a
Romance
very
and erotica are
spicy movie.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
Right.
are romance novels.
romance,
Yeah.
not a spicy
You know what I
one.
started with, which
Yeah.
was actually the worst thing to possibly start with, was Anne Rice's Sleeping Beauty trilogy. And I remember my mom reading like every Anne Rice book ever. So it's like, oh, okay, like I'll just start with Anne Rice and ooh, Sleeping Beauty sounds hot. The opening scene was like amazing, perfect. I thought we were onto something golden. And then it gets so weird and so illegal and so just yucky. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm already invested. I got to finish the first book. And I finish it. And I was like traumatized. And I was like, I don't know if I can read the second book. So I had to go to TikTok to get book reviews of the second book before I committed to it. And after watching 2 or 3 book reviews, I was like, I cannot do this. And I donated the entire thing because I'm like, my soul is just not going to be intact after I read 2 and 3. So I've got to give this away. It was so bad.
I don't. Yeah, this isn't romance. This is something bizarre.
No,
So
it
there's
was
a difference
really
between
weird.
the very virile Viking and the Notebook, I think, right? One there's a whole section. It's meant
Is there
for
heaving bosoms?
yeah. What?
Okay. I said, are there heaving bosoms?
I'm curious about the Anne Rice novels now.
There was a lot of spanking. There was a lot of like butt stuff. It eventually got into like animal stuff. It was just not. It was
Oh.
bleh.
What do you
No,
mean?
I'm
Anna?
curious.
No.
I'm like this, like
I'm no longer curious.
Yeah,
Or,
it
like,
was not
using
good.
animals.
And I'm like, listen, I'm open to some dark stuff, but that is just too. That's not my jam.
leave the
Mm-mm.
animals alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.